Hello, welcome to M. Eddington Reads and Writes.
In a burst of determination, Agnieszka ignored customary courtesy and stormed across the room. Marudeva looked up, surprise etched across his face. Agnieszka, how was training today? He inquired, trying to maintain his composure. But Agnieszka's attention was solely focused on the hooded cloaked man standing beside Marudeva. Her voice trembled as she confronted him, her words laced with frustration and resentment. "Have you come to ruin another part of my life?" she demanded, her eyes narrowing. Confusion flashed in the hooded cloaked man's eyes as he replied, "Agnieszka, what are you talking about?" "I remember what you said," Agnieszka continued, her voice growing stronger. "If I am your niece, why do you hide yourself from me? I am old enough now." The hooded cloaked man sighed, his voice filled with regret. "Because I must obey my king's orders," he confessed. "I understand your hate towards me, but all will be revealed soon enough." Agnieszka's expression softened at his words. "You can't hate someone you don't know," she murmured, allowing room for doubt. Marudeva, sensing the tension, interjected. "Agni, please give us a moment," he urged, wishing to diffuse the rising conflict. But Agnieszka stood her ground, her determination unwavering. "No," she declared firmly. "If it involves me, I should know." The hooded cloaked man took a step closer to Agnieszka, his presence commanding. "Let's go for a walk, Agnieszka," he proposed, his voice gentle yet compelling. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the dirt road as hooded cloaked man and Agnieszka emerged from Marudeva's peculiar office. The rhythmic sound of rocks being gently kicked filled the silence as hooded cloaked man led the way, his footfalls barely audible. Agnieszka, her curiosity piqued, followed alongside him, her steps light and graceful. As they walked, hooded cloaked man's voice broke the silence, carrying a hint of regret and longing. "If it were up to me, Agnieszka," he began, his words flowing like silk on the evening breeze, "you would have grown up in an entirely different way. You would have been lavished upon, like a prized gem, with servants attending to your every need. Your days would have been filled with lavish garments and impeccable grooming." A breath caught in Agnieszka's throat as she absorbed his words. The image he painted seemed so distant, so foreign compared to the reality she had known. Yet, there was an air of melancholy in his voice that sparked a flicker of empathy within her. He continued, his voice plaintive and filled with a bittersweet sincerity, "But because you are my brother's daughter, you would have despised every moment of such a life, just as he did." Agnieszka summoned the courage to voice the questions that had been weighing on her heart. With a slight quiver in her voice, she asked, "Is it true that a demon killed my father?" The hooded cloaked man's steps faltered for a moment, his eyes reflecting a sorrowful remembrance. Slowly, he looked down at the ground, his voice tinged with sadness as he replied, "No, sweet child. It was not a demon that ended your father's life. It was he who took his own life, sacrificing himself to rid his mind of the insidious grip of a demon that had consumed him."
Thanks for watching and share, subscribe.